Football fans, fasten your seatbelts, because Brazil's road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup is about to heat up in ways we've never seen before. After a long, grueling qualification campaign that ended in disappointment, the worst in the Seleção's history, the team now shifts gears into a brand new phase. From this point forward, every single match is a test. Every single opponent is a chance to prepare, and every single friendly could define whether Carlo Ancelotti's men will be ready to fight for that long-awaited sixth star. Yes, the qualifiers may be behind us, but the journey is far from over. Brazil stands roughly 1 year away from the World Cup in North America, and between now and then, there are only 7 matches left on the calendar. Just 7 games for Ancelotti to assemble his squad, refine his tactics, and sharpen Brazil into a true contender for glory. 7 games may sound like a decent amount, but in international football, it's nothing. It can pass in the blink of an eye. That's why every upcoming fixture matters more than ever. In this video, we're going to break down Brazil's full schedule of friendlies leading up to the World Cup, who they're facing, where the games will take place, and what challenges these opponents bring. And believe me, the lineup is exciting. From Asian giants to African powerhouses, and from European heavyweights to possible North American tests, Brazil's preparation will touch almost every footballing school in the world. Exactly the kind of variety Ancelotti has been asking for since day one. Now, let's jump into Brazil's preparation journey, starting with the very next FIFA international window. The first confirmed fixtures are right around the corner, in the October FIFA window. And what way to kick things off? Brazil will travel to Asia, where they'll face 2 World Cup-bound opponents who have both been on the rise in recent years. On October 10th, Brazil takes on South Korea in Seoul. Just 4 days later, on October 14th, they'll meet Japan in Tokyo. At first glance, these might seem like manageable matches. But don't be fooled. Both Japan and South Korea have built reputations as disciplined, tactically sharp teams with lightning-fast counterattacks. They're defensively organized, incredibly hardworking, and both stars playing in Europe's top leagues. For Ancelotti, this is particularly significant because it marks his first real test against non-South American opposition as Brazil's head coach. And it's no accident. He personally requested matches against teams from Asia, Africa, and Europe to expose Brazil to different styles of play. Take Japan, for example. In recent years, they've made a habit of giving Brazil tough games. At the 2022 World Cup, they shocked the world by advancing out of the so-called group of death with Germany and Spain. South Korea, too, continues to grow in stature, with stars like Heung-min Son proving they can compete with the best. So don't underestimate these matches. Brazil could find themselves in 2 very tricky battles. Next up, in the November FIFA window, Brazil shifts focus to Africa, a region where football has grown rapidly, producing world-class players in every position. For Ancelotti, this is essential preparation, as African teams combine physical strength, speed, and individual flair in a way that often troubles even the biggest football nations. The plan is to play 2 matches in Europe, likely in London and Paris, against African opponents. The leading candidates? Morocco and Tunisia. Now, Morocco needs no introduction. They were the surprise package of the 2022 World Cup, finishing 4th and stunning global powerhouses along the way. With stars like goalkeeper Bono, PSG's Achraf Hakimi, and Real Madrid forward Brahim Diaz, they're no longer outsiders. They are contenders. In fact, Brazil already felt their power once before, losing 2-1 to Morocco in their very first post-World Cup friendly in 2023. Tunisia, meanwhile, is another likely opponent. Known for their defensive resilience and tactical discipline, they would provide another stern test. There are also backup options in play, Egypt and South Africa, but both are still in the process of qualifying for the World Cup, so scheduling them might be complicated. Either way, November promises to be a physically intense challenge, exactly what Ancelotti wants to prepare his side against. And then comes the big one. Mark your calendars, because the March 2026 international window could be the defining moment in Brazil's preparation. This is when the Seleção is expected to take on 2 of Europe's most formidable sides, Games that could mirror the kind of battles Brazil will face in the knockout rounds of the World Cup. 3 possible opponents are on the table: France, the Netherlands, and Croatia. The matches are expected to be staged in the United States, both for commercial reasons and to give Brazil a taste of the environment they'll face at the World Cup itself. Just imagine it. Brazil versus France, a clash of titans. The reigning giants of world football, with stars like Kylian Mbappe, Michael Olise, and a conveyor belt of young talent, would give Brazil the ultimate test. France are not just strong. They're stacked in every position, and facing them would push Ancelotti's side to their limits. The Netherlands, too, would be an intriguing opponent. With stalwarts like Virgil van Dijk alongside emerging stars such as Cody Gakpo and Ryan Gravenberch, they represent a balanced, technical, and physical side. And then there's Croatia, a team that broke Brazilian hearts at the 2022 World Cup by knocking them out on penalties. Led by legends like Luka Modric and supported by experienced names such as Marcelo Brozovic, Mateo Kovacic, and Ivan Perisic, Croatia would bring emotional weight as well as tactical challenge. Whichever 2 teams Brazil ends up facing, March 2026 promises to be nothing short of spectacular. Finally, we reach the June 2026 FIFA window, the very last stop before the World Cup. By this point, Ancelotti will already have made most of his big decisions. The squad will be nearly finalized, tactics refined, and chemistry built. For June, the plan is to play just one friendly match, likely against a North American side. The opponent has not yet been confirmed, but the idea is to get a final warm-up against an intermediate-level team after facing the toughest possible competition earlier in the year. It won't be about testing anymore. It'll be about fine-tuning and building momentum. So there you have it, Brazil's full roadmap to the 2026 World Cup. October 2025, South Korea and Japan. November 2025, Morocco and Tunisia, with possible alternatives in Egypt or South Africa. March 2026, 2 European giants, France, the Netherlands, or Croatia. June 2026, 1 final friendly in North America. 7 games, 7 tests, 1 mission. To prepare the Seleção for a shot at the long-awaited Hexa. But what do you think? Is this the right path for Brazil? Are these friendlies enough to prepare the team for the toughest tournament in world football? Will Ancelotti get the answers he needs in time? Let us know in the comments below. Do you believe Brazil's preparation is strong enough, or should the CBF have looked for even bigger challenges? One thing is certain. The countdown to the 2026 World Cup has begun, and all eyes are on the Seleção.